welcome back to my attic. How are you doing? My name is Kelly. I shall be your guide on this journey. So just sit back, relax, just take a seat, get some water. I don't know. I'm joined with my dog today. She's good. There's also a bunny here. And he's underneath my bed, so if you just see like something come out, just don't worry about it. That's my bunny. I never really gone into depth about this before. I've maybe said a couple things here and there, like in a couple of videos I've made, but never really made a designated video for it. So I thought it would only be appropriate that I talk about this on my channel. Sorry, it's gonna be a little bit of a deeper video. If you're not into that, I totally understand. And if you are, then that's cool. So I am a woman. I have tits, and that's great and everything. But sometimes those tits lead into other things, problems, dare I say. So I'm going to be talking about being a girl in gaming. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, dude. Before you get mad at me, just listen. Listen to what I have to say. Disclaimer, this is my experience. I am not saying anything about you. I am not saying anything about a group of people. I am only talking about me and the people in this story and just what happened. So this video is going to be in 3 separate parts. And the first part, I am going to talk about growing up, being in school, dating, and all of that scary jazz. So if you're ready to hear about that, here we go! Growing up, playing games as a female was... No one gave a shit. My family didn't care, my mom didn't care, no one cared. One day my mom was like, "Hey Kelly, maybe you shouldn't be playing Halo at the tender age of 9. Let's not shoot people." And I'm like, "I don't care, I'm gonna shoot everyone!" That was the only problem that kind of surfaced, but that's just a kid thing. That's just like growing up and having like restrictions, and it's like seeing a rated R movie. So it had nothing to do with anything other than I was killing things in a game when I was 9. Yeah. It didn't really start to become a problem until I entered school. Particularly when I was in high school. I'm going to be talking about that. So when I was in 9th grade, I started serious dating. Serious dating. I started to be very interested in the boys. So there was always this really big stigma around girls in gaming where it was the ideal type. All of the guys would favor girls playing games. So it wasn't a discriminatory thing, it was always, there was too much praise around it. So I decided in my little stupid mind, "Hey Kelly, let's bring my DS to school. Let's be a fucking nerd, let's..." Because I don't know why I did. I wanted to date so badly, so I used this sort of ideal girlfriend type of thing, and I told everyone that I played games. Every single person I could find, I was like, "Hey, I play video games." I was so annoying. Basically everyone in high school knew that I played games. There was this one guy I liked, And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna tell him that I play video games so he could date me. I did tell him I played games, and I think almost immediately after I said that, he started liking me. Oh my god, can you guys tell how uncomfortable I am talking about this? No offense to this guy, okay? Like, this was so long ago. This was back when I was in 9th grade, okay? I am 22 years old now. This was so long ago. Anyways, he came over to my house and he kissed me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I didn't even know you liked me. And he was like, I mean, yeah, you're like the perfect type of girlfriend that I'm looking for. I mean, you play games. Like, hello, what's more perfect than that? And did you guys ever watch The Swan Princess, where it's the girl and she had like a glow up or something, and the guy, whatever, I think his name was like Derek or something, and the girl was named Odette. Yes, Odette and Derek, I think that's what it was. When they were talking and they finally kissed, here's the scene.
What? You're all I ever wanted.
You're a gamer.
Thank you. But what else?
What else?
Is
gaming
all that matters to you? Derek? What else?
What else is there?
So that little chapter was kind of the introduction to the shit show I was swimming myself into. So, me and that guy obviously didn't work out. Then I decided to go for many different guys, and because I played video games, I got way more attention than I should have. I mean, this is what I looked like in high school. Look at that. What is that? That is gross. No. So quickly I realized how bad of an idea it was to spread this information about me playing games. So I got into a lot of abusive relationships, more than I should have. And that was really hard to go through, because I'm being serious. This sounds like I'm making this up. It's not. The only reason why these guys were dating me was because I played games. I'm not kidding you. That sounds like so cliche and stupid, but it's seriously, that's what happened. And you know, as we were dating, they started to realize, oh, we're not compatible at all. In my senior year, I dated kind of too many people. So people started making this rumor up about me, saying that I was a closet slut, that I liked attention, it was weird. I don't know, high school was so weird. I dated this one guy, and it was kind of my last straw at this point. I dated one of the most I dated one of the most abusive guys ever, period, for a really long time, and he used me for a very long time, and I was done at that point. And I never realized this before. I subconsciously stopped telling people that I played games. I started separating my gaming life from my personal life, which I actually didn't realize I did until a little while ago, but whatever, we'll get into that. So the next part is going to be about jumping into my college experience with gaming. That's gonna be the next part. I went to a school that shall not be named. It was bad. I was studying game art and design. That was my major. And out of the 125 students who were also majoring in that in my class. Only 3 of them, including me, were girls. 50% of the guys in that class were normal, didn't give a crap, and were fine socially. But the other 50% were not. I had 4 designated stalkers. 2 of them followed me home on the bus. And it drove me insane. Again, it was never a discriminatory thing. It was always that stigma of the ideal girlfriend is someone who plays games. Never did I experience people, I mean, maybe like once or twice, where people are like, oh, you probably suck at games, bleh, or whatever. Something stupid like that. But it was always harassment that I dealt with. It made me such an anxious person, and it made me have a lot of trust issues. And I was also going through a really nasty breakup during this time with the abusive guy, and I was just, I mean, you know what? At that point, games weren't this paradise for me anymore. Games weren't something that I could relax with and have fun with anymore. I started getting really angry at the fact that I played games. I felt like it was kind of my fault in a way that I had this really strange hobby, even though it's not strange at all. And I don't know. I blamed it on myself instead of blaming it on these really weird people that were harassing me, which is what I should have thought, but I didn't. So after that, after dealing with that for a really long time, I inevitably left that college because it wasn't just the harassment, it was so much more on top of that. And it just didn't really seem, it didn't feel like I was working towards something. It felt like I was really lonely and trapped. Oh, going through all of that. That was so scary. I still look back and I'm like, and it gets hard to breathe because I just think about how I used to feel every day coming home, being so scared, like checking over my shoulder, being like, who's following me today? So after I left that school, I decided, okay, I'm not going to tell anyone in my personal life, like any new friends that I make, I'm not going to tell them I play games anymore. I'm going to keep that super private. I am not going to go to school for gaming. I'm going to go to a different school for computer programming, and I'm going to keep everything separate, and then I'm going to just start dipping my toes into the profession. So this next part is me trying to make gaming a profession and failing at it. That's gonna be the next part. I went to a different school, and like I said, I kept everything very private. I never told anyone that I played these games, and I did it subconsciously. Like, I didn't like plan this out. I did it subconsciously because I think I was so scared and so filled with anxiety that I didn't really, it was kind of like my defense mechanism. And I changed my major completely, and I started working in secret. Oh my gosh, this sounds so weird. I shadowed at Forza, and I saw them make Forza 5, and I also, okay, this is gonna sound, just hear me out. So the short story is that I worked at Nintendo of America for a little bit, but the long story is I worked for a hiring agency that hires game testers to work in Nintendo of America. So it was like super basic level gaming profession. I mean, I was in the professional scene at that point. I was only in those two things for a little bit, and I didn't experience any discrimination, probably because I wasn't there for that long, and I also didn't get harassed either, because I think everyone there was mature enough to be like, let's just do our job, you know? I left all of that because I discovered that maybe making games isn't my dream. I think I like just playing them. I don't think I like making them. After a couple of years of working and thinking that playing games and entertaining, that was gonna be my thing. Not actually making them. I've never met anyone, well, maybe like a couple people, but I've never met anyone that was angry that they saw that I played games. It was always met with praise, and maybe too much praise, you know. Was this video okay? My bunny didn't even appear in this video once. Hold on. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. You want one? Oh my god. Okay. Here. Overall, I think that YouTube really changed my opinion on gaming. I have so much more fun playing games now that I'm not in a million dangerous situations because of it. Being able to say that you tried doing something and maybe failed is better than never knowing if it was going to work out or not. So for me, I was so scared trying to do gaming as a career because of all of this harassment I was getting, but I feel like there's always a workaround with it. And because I discovered, thankfully, that making games isn't what I wanted to do, it was playing games and entertaining is what I wanted to do. Whatever. I just wouldn't have been able to figure it out if I didn't go and do all these things that made me really uncomfortable. So, Phoebe? Phoebe? You're gonna be how I end this video. Why do you look like that? Okay, I gotta go. See you later. Goodbye.